Happy autumn! I know I'm a couple weeks late because the official start was a few weeks ago. However, now that all the leaves are changing, it really does look like and feel like autumn. Or around here we call it fall, because the leaves fall. This is Miss Kirsten, back with another episode of Night-Nite with Nichols. Have you ever thought about what happens on a farm during autumn or a season of change in preparation for winter? That's what we usually use autumn for, is getting ready. We harvest our crops and save them back for the winter to get through some really, really cold months. I wonder what the animals do. I don't know. Have you ever thought about that? Well, we'll find out in our story tonight, or at least one view of it. But first, before I go into our story, have you done all your night-night stuff? Brush your teeth, put your jammies on, and pick up those toys. So, our grown-ups don't fall on them and then, hurt themselves or make it available for funny videos. That would have been me. My son would have done that. But I know you wouldn't do that. You could do better than that. Just pick up those toys. Are we ready for our story? I am. And it goes really well with these beautiful leaves behind me. Ooh. Tractor Mac Autumn is here. Oh, look at that. I love his face. Written and illustrated by Billy Steers. And published by Farrar Straus Giroux. Ooh, that sounded so fancy. Evenings were getting cooler. True. At Stony Meadow Farm, the colors on the farm changed almost overnight from greens and blues to a riot of golds, scarlets, that's red, and rusts, also red. This is my favorite time of year, said Tractor Mac. Sibley agreed. I love the new smells of earth and hay. Look at that. Ooh. Look how beautiful all that's changing. Look at the kitty cat. I brought a fresh load of pumpkins to the farm stand this morning. Fall into autumn, said Sibley with a chuckle. I can't wait to try out my new mounted corn picker this year. It will be a nice change from my old tow-behind harvester, said Tractor Mac. Ooh, that sounds fancy. Got something new to try this season. Ooh. Not everybody was happy with the changes that fall brings. I'm very worried about my little calf Fergus, mooed Fergie the cow to Tractor Mac. He was just born last spring, so this is his first autumn. Things change so fast here this time of year, and Fergus does not like change, added Margot. They're worried. Look at them. Look at those worried faces. That baby bovine is doomed, I tell you. A calf that doesn't like autumn? I never, declared Goat Walter sagely. Oh, foo, Walter. Fergie is worried enough without you sassing her, said Margot. Change is good, clucked Carla the chicken. Chicks hatch from eggs, tadpoles become frogs, caterpillars will be butterflies. Oh no, look at that. Woo. But Fergus did not understand why things had to change. He had a routine that he followed every day. First, Fergus frolicked in the tall grass with his friend Noah, making tunnels and paths. Next, he and Noah played a rousing game of hide and seek among the corn rows. Then Fergus would nap in the shade of the big green oak tree before supper. That sounds like a very pleasant day. What do you think? Let's get closer now. Look at him hiding in the corn. But one day, when Fergus arrived at the field where he and Noah played, the grasses and wildflowers were gone. Too barren, said Fergus. Oh, well, there's always the cornfield to play in, said Noah. Can't really hide in there, can you? So I'm hiding. No, I can see you. But the cornfield was also gone. Nothing but stubs of stalks remained. Too stubbly, cried Fergus. We could play a different game, said Noah. But when he turned around, Fergus was gone. Fergus almost ran into Tractor Mac wearing his corn picker. He was so upset. Too scary, bawled Fergus. Oh no, look at him, he's scared. Oh no. Tractor Mac dressed up in his new corn picker. Fergus ran to his favorite big oak tree, but its leaves were now amber and brown. He slipped on a pile of acorns that were where he would normally lay in the shade. Oh no, too much, wailed Fergus. He needed to find some place that always remained the same. Change your pace, young calf, you almost bowled me over, shouted Goat Walter. Oh no, look at him go. Oh, he slipped aside. We know when fallen leaves get wet, they're very slippery. Look at the squirrel. He's like, oh no, that's my acorn. Noah could not find his friend anywhere. He asked Fergie and his Aunt Margot. He asked Sibley, the horse. He asked Sam, the ram. That crazy mini bull ran that way. Said Walter, who had been the last one to see Fergus. Yeah, he almost got run over by him. I have a hunch about where he might be, said Tractor Mac. Fergus, would you want to find a place that doesn't change much? Oops, I said that wrong. Fergus would want to find a place that doesn't change much. Sometimes me too. Especially after this year, huh? Look at that. Where do you think Fergus went? Tractor Mac knows. Let's see. The root cellar was a calm, snug place. The temperature always stayed the same. The lighting and the smells remained constant. It was dry, cool, and quiet, and Fergus hoped it would never change. Come out so we can talk, Fergus, said Tractor Mac gently. We need to show you some things, said Sibley. It's okay to come outside, Fergus, urged Noah. Tentatively, Fergus poked his head out of the root cellar. He does look pretty snug in there, doesn't he? Pretty safe. Nice and calm. And plenty to eat. Tractor Mac took Fergus over to the silo. I use the corn picker to bring in the corn. The stalks get put into the silo, and the ears of corn go into the cribs to feed all the animals through the year, explained Tractor Mac. I like the corn stalks better when they stood in rows, moaned Fergus. Oh. Okay. However, I don't think I've ever seen a clear silo. It might be out there. Anything's possible. The fields are cut for hay to feed us and for straw for our bedding, said Sibley. The fields get to rest through the winter. Then they'll grow new crops in the spring, added Sam the ram. I think the hay was better when it grew as grass and flowers in the field, complained Fergus. Yeah, they do seem to look much better. But that straw and the hay and everything, that keeps them warm, keeps you fed. I know you're unhappy about the leaves falling off the trees, but the trees aren't dead. They're just getting ready to sleep through the winter, said Sharon the sheep. The leaves help the soil, and the falling nuts and seeds will feed animals. Some will grow into new trees, said Tractor Mac. Fergus thought about the leaves spiraling off the trees and the acorns on the ground as his friends walked him home. Fergie and Margot were very happy to see him. Look. Squirrel's got another acorn. As the weeks went on, Fergus watched the changes around him. I was so sad when the blossoms fell off the trees in the spring, but look at all the apples in their place now, Fergus said to Noah. Jumping in leaf piles is a fun game, cheered Noah. Mine is a leaf fort, said Fergus. Who knew you could build an igloo out of hay bales, said Noah. And make a hay bale wall to protect it, Fergus chimed in. Look at that, it looks like fun. Look at him jump. Look at that fort. I love it. Sometimes Fergus still felt sad about autumn, like when his bird friends migrated away. But new friends arrived from the north to overwinter at the farm. I'm glad they fill the feeders here, said a little gray and white bird. That's most likely a chickadee. I have those at home too. Look at it. Ooh, he's singing to him. As fall progressed, children came to visit Fergus and the other animals at Stony Meadow Farm on weekends and school breaks. Then Fergus got to see a lot of his friends at the pumpkin picking festival. Ooh, look at that. Look at all those people coming to visit. Look at that. Yeah. Fergus watched the signs of the changing season and marveled at the changing colors. Thank you, Tractor Mac, for showing me that change can be good, said Fergus. I like the change in you, Fergus, said Tractor Mac. Happy autumn! Woo-hoo. Look at that. Always helpful. What is your favorite thing about autumn or fall? What do you like to see change? One of my favorite things is when I'm driving home and there's a part of my road that has these trees, kind of like this one, all of those, that come over the road, and if there's slight breeze, they start sprinkling all those beautiful yellows, golds, reds, brown leaves all down, some purple too, depending on the tree you get. Well, I want you to think about what your favorite part of autumn is and dream about it. I bet that'll be a pleasant dream. Nice and cozy. Ooh, and snuggling up with some hot cider. Guess what I'm doing after I get done here? Getting me some cider. Well, we hope you have a great night. You sleep well and have the most pleasant dreams. Good night from all of us at BCPL and Nichols.